internet sensation Joshua Orobia, and welcome to Crash Course. Now, if you didn't know, many people have sent in their suggestions this past week on how we could better improve our show, and one of the ways that we have done so is we have provided live music. Here today, we have our very first show bandmaster, Gökhan Jiron. Please say hello. Thanks, Gökhan. And we have the best lineup of music for you guys as well, with performances from various artists such as... But first, we're here to address one of the very, very big questions facing our society today. A question hitting so close to home that for hundreds of years since our founding of our country has changed the stance, beliefs, and even views of that topic from generation to generation.
Well, what is it?
That question, my good sir, addresses the importance of family in society.
Oh my God.
A topic of this magnitude has never been done on this show before, so you guys are all in for a good segment. But before we dive in, let's go ahead and hit the streets asking people a few hard-hitting questions about the topic. Alright, so I'm just going to ask you 3 questions. The first one's going to be, what do you believe is the importance of family in your life?
To me, family is having people who stand by you, who've seen you grow through a lot of things in life, and who are always there for you. That's what it means to me.
Alright, and the second question would be, what do you think is the most important aspect of family?
The most important aspect of family is togetherness. I think it's important that you take time to spend time with your family, have fun with them, and share your day with them. It's nice to have that. I think that's what families are.
Quality bonding type.
Yeah,
stuff.
quality bonding time.
All right. And my last question is going to be between 2 choices. Do you believe that it's better that a family dictates what you do for your own well-being, or that they should just be supportive in all the decisions that you make, whether it is the right or wrong decision?
I think supportive, definitely, because while your family should know what's going on in your life, they shouldn't be a huge influencing factor. They should be there to see you go through all your trials and tribulations and the decisions and the choices that you make, and support you through whatever, the good and the bad.
All right, cool. Thank you for your time.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
What does family mean to you?
I'd say family's I don't know, it's people are always gonna be there for you, it's not, I guess it's not always blood related or whatnot, but it's just the people who, they always got love for you, no matter what, the guys who stick with you.
It's true. What do you think is the most important aspect of family?
Loyalty. Yeah.
Oh, why?
Yeah. Like I said, family's the people who stick with you, throughout your, low days and high days. I think a lot of that has to go with loyalty. They're just, they're like your team. They stick by your back. It's more permanent than temporary.
Gotcha. And last question here.
Yeah.
In regards to family in today's society, do you think it would be a more beneficial way to have families dictating how you should live, or just sort of being there as a supporting role for your decisions?
Oh, that's tough, man. Because I come from a background where my parents want me to go a certain way with my life, but I think it's a mix. I think your family is gonna want the best for you, but at the end of the day, you kind of have to do what's best for you too, and what's best for you. I don't know, best.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't know. It's so even if they have a plan for you, and want you to do a certain thing, I think a family's gonna support you no matter what. So I think it's a little bit of both.
All right. Thank you for your time.
All right, hey man, my pleasure. Have a good one.
Wait,
Now
you good?
go.
All right. We're here at the JC, and we're just looking for more people to interview. Everyone's pretty much studious. But I think she's actually on the phone. Excuse me? Hey, do you think you have a few minutes just for a quick interview?
Sure.
Okay, cool. It's just for a project that I have for my public speaking class. So first question that I have, sorry, I'm just moving this closer, is what is the importance of family to you in your life?
I guess importance of family. I think it's really important that people are like grounded in their roots. So family helps, I guess, provide those roots for people to always go back to, like no matter where they go in the world, no matter what college they end up going to. I think family helps provide that sort of sense of belonging and like where you can go back to after all is said and done. So.
My second question that I have for you is, what do you think is the most important aspect of family?
I think patience is pretty important. When you're with family, I mean, you're spending a lot of time with them, right? So I think it's important to be patient because family, especially blood family, you don't really choose your blood family. So you have to be patient with them. Yeah.
And the last question here, do you think it would be more beneficial for a family to dictate how you act in hopes that it is the right thing to do, or would you rather have a family that is supportive in every decision that you make, right or wrong?
I think it's important for families to support like whatever you do, but still in a sense to the very extreme of it, still be able to like tell you what is right and wrong, because it's still important to have those things, to have those people who are going to tell you like what's right and wrong, and you know, kind of, because I mean, especially older people like your parents, grandparents, or whatever, like they know, they've been through it. So whenever they do dictate what you do or like what you should do, I think it comes from because of their past experiences. So.
Sorry for the last minute interview, but
You're
thank you for your time. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, of course.
I've never approached people like that before, so it's good. As you can see, there are a variety of opinions floating around there about how families should be viewed, as well as what families should be in today's society. Now, although the concept of families have been around for centuries, the actual way we look at families as a society has changed from time to time, and the trend commonly shows that it has been going from conservative to a little bit more liberal views.
So how should we look at families? Are they a large part in our lives that determine our actions, or are they just simply support?
Whoa there, Gilly, you're getting ahead of yourself. Let's just talk about why families are important first.
Okay, that works.
Good. So first off, family is important to the individuals themselves. Studies have actually been conducted to address how familial relationships affect every single walk of life, like sleep. For example, results show that having a strained family relationship is associated with more troubled sleep, while supportive family relationships are associated with less troubled sleep. The only problem that I have with this study is the fact that I've had nothing but great memories from my family. Never a bad experience or negative ones. So I don't understand why I've been sleep deprived half of the semester.
Well, you're taking international studies 202 with Professor Guthrie in college.
You have a point. Moving on, your experiences with your family actually determine how your future goes and the person you grow up to be. Father-adolescent relationships have grown to become an important role, as findings from a 2010 study reveal that emotionally close father-adolescent relationships foster abstinence from alcohol and other drugs.
So you grow up to be a good man everyone likes.
See, now it's interesting that you bring that up, because another study that was conducted more recently in 2011 indicated that early family experiences, especially negative experiences, were associated with lower perceived family and friend support in young adulthood.
Then why don't I have any friends, Josh?
Oh, look, it's time for our game segment.
But wait,
Let's look at what we're going to be playing. Whoa, how did I get in here? Anyway, inside of your desk is a paper with a riddle. If you guess the riddle correctly, you get a prize. If not, then your punishment is a surprise. Get it? No? Alright, well, let's play.
I may influence the old, but often the new. On the many topics that history drew, I have two different sides, which are ever changing, like society with time. The old me is fading. Who am I? Easy, it's family value.
Wow, dude, I'm actually really impressed. It took me like 7 tries to get that one right.
Well, I am the best at riddles. Every Friday night, my family and I,
As we were saying, values are an important aspect of families. In fact, there has been a debate as to whether families should be run conservatively or liberally. For conservatives, they push for rededication of the traditional model where the women stay at home and take care of the children as well as the household. But the liberals, in fact, and it says right here, believe that equal rights for women should reflect values such as fairness, freedom, and equality, and that each family should decide for itself which model it wants to inherit.
which one is better?
As it says in the statistic, it all matters on the family atmosphere in which the family is actually raised in. However, it says here that in the more liberal model, it gives rise to independent children who are able to actually change the transmission of values from their parents to them, and they can actually influence their parents. As seen here in the Berlin longitudinal study on youth development and substance use, they discovered that because middle-aged adults would be too old to change their values, adolescents can in fact influence the values of their parents. Now, this is particularly likely to occur if the values are important to the younger generation and, as we said, if a liberal family atmosphere is present.
So you're saying that we can change our parents' idea of partying because it helps us gain the social and networking abilities that we will eventually need to succeed in life?
Exactly. As long as the logic is there and that the family dynamic is one that is both supportive and open to new adaptations, you can, in fact, convince your parents to let you go to more parties.
That's neat and all, but how does that fit into the bigger picture?
I'm glad you asked. You see, a family culture has actually had a large impact on society and the workplace. A study in 2009 actually includes that a work-family culture contributes to increased work engagement as well as prevents burnout through work-family enrichment experiences. It means that the more family-oriented a workplace is, the better engaged its employees are, as well as the less likely its employees are able to be burned out.
Is that why I never see Chick-fil-A workers exhausted?
You got it. It's because the company has succeeded in actually providing a positive workplace environment that is both family cultured as well as supportive, that it actually shows in the quality of the food as well as the quality of the service.
Did you hear about their new 20-piece nugget tray?
Anyways, to bring us back on track, we actually see that a family-oriented culture is attractive to those entering the workforce, specifically women professionals. It says here that actually, according to 2 combined studies conducted just November of last year, applicants tend to choose employers that maintain a family-oriented, supportive type of atmosphere, and employers would also try to market this atmosphere with the incentive that they are likely to benefit by this enhanced recruitment. What? Already? Alright, fine. Run it down. Let's start the clock. So we established that families are important because they benefit an individual's health and well-being as they grow into adulthood. The better the relationship with your parents, the more likely you are to become abstinent from alcohol and drugs, as well as gain a stronger support from friends and family as you advance into adulthood. We then moved into the idea that family values are separated through 2 lenses, liberal and conservative, and that each are used differently by each family. Although due to the supportive rather than dictative nature of the liberal model, it is easier to have a possible reversal to the transmission of values, with values being inherited from parents, as well as vice versa, with kids being able to influence the values of parents. We then concluded that a family supportive culture is also important in the workplace as it encourages engagement of workers while preventing work burnout, all while attracting the enhanced workers of women professionals, dual earner couples, and applicants desiring work-family balance. Sweet. Alright, well that's it for us here at Crash Course. My name is Joshua Orobia, and without further ado, here's Nicki Minaj.